These are tales of danger and the pursuit of endless riches. Adventurers and heroes from all parts of the world charging into the unknown, setting steel and magic against the most impossible foes, with each time wondering if this would be the last. Storms gather on the horizon, and evil rises from the waters of despair. These are tales of endless adventure. These are the Awakened Fables.
Welcome, players, to the Mysts of Typertheria. Today is a new beginning, a new campaign in a new region of Awakened Fables. We have 4 new players arriving at this new region. I am Winston, your kind DM, previous Dungeon Master of Sands of Audrea. Players, would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hello, my name's Seaton. I'll be playing Myrtle O'Neill Clifton, the Turtle Wizard.
Hi, my name's Tristan. I'll be playing Hjalmar Morigak, the Dwarven Light Cleric.
Hi, I'm Anthony. I'll be playing Mariana, Divine Speaker Glockthaknol, the Goliath Paladin.
I'm Natasha, and playing Mithra Sunstar, a Paladelf sorcerer of wild magic.
Alright, thank you for your introduction. So, let us begin this new campaign. You are all beginning in a town called, it's a seaport, by the name of Earlwell. You can see that as you arrive in town, whether it's from the pier or whether it's from the front gates, you can tell immediately that the structure of the town is well guarded, as well as very civil. You can see there aren't very many people around town. If you're coming from the sea, coming in from the port, you can see that there are very few workers coming in and out of the port, loading and unloading various goods. Many of the people here are merchants, and you can see that there are a lot more guards than citizenry. You have all arrived, and you can see that there is a a town charter, sort of a map of how the town is divided. The structure of the town of Earlywell is much like a 4-leaf clover. However, the town is divided into 8 parts, 8 different districts. So, where would you guys like to go?
Oh, well, I just haven't had anything to eat on that whole ship ride. Do you want to get some grub, guys?
Yeah, sounds good. Do we know where the nearest tavern is? Can we see one?
From where you are, roll a perception check, please. Or you can use your passive perception if you would like.
Passive is 14.
14. From here, you can clearly see a straight road to the central part of town. There you can see a very large tavern with a very odd name to it. There are not many patrons going in and out of this tavern. However, the shape of the tavern is that of a misshapen muffin. The top ill-maintained. You can see that it's quite. The roof is in need of repair. The doors downstairs are barely swinging on their hinges, and you can see that there are patrons inside. However, not many people go in and out of this place, this establishment. You guys go in.
What? Sorry, what was
Yeah.
the name? What was the name of the tavern?
The name of the tavern is Eol Stash.
Does it? So it looks like a dodgy place.
Oh, ye old stuff.
Yes. However, it's in the central part of the town. It's actually near the marketplace.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we'll go in.
Hey guys, can I come too?
Yeah, sure.
So like, I don't
Alright.
think I got to speak to anyone on the ship. So like, who are you guys?
Oh, well, I'm Myrtle. Who are you? Why didn't I get to see you on the ship?
I kind of don't like the ship. It kind of made me feel a bit sick, so I kind of stayed out of the way. I don't like to cause trouble either.
That's fair enough. Did you, have a pleasant trip on your boat, at least?
It was pleasant. Hence why I try to stay out of trouble.
Come for a bite to eat then. Let's go in.
Sure.
We go in the inn.
My name's Helmer.
Hey,
Pleased to meet you.
And I am Divine Speaker.
that sounds quite regal.
It is the name that was given to me by my clan.
Fair enough. Is that like the name that we should use for you, or is there a shorter one? You know, a little easier?
Well, my full name is Mariana Divine Speaker Glockthaknol.
Mary?
If you must.
Okay.
Right. So you enter the tavern, and as the three of you come inside, you can see that the bar, although it's ill-maintained outside, it's quite dodgy looking. Inside, it's well furnished. You can see that the main bar has a wide selection of drinks and food that you can possibly pick out from this region. There are many specialties and various prices on the wooden display boards. Behind the bar is a half-elven barkeep. Hello, can I help you, please?
Yes, we've had a very long boat ride and we're looking for some food.
Oh, you came in from the dock, eh? Well,
Yeah.
what can I bring you out?
What sort of meats do you have?
Meats, you say? We have many meats, many meats. Boar meat, a few orc meat, a variety of loins and legs and poultry. And
Did you say orc meat?
I? You have something against the green meat?
No, but
With a bit of garlic, it has a bit of a tarty taste. Delicious.
are there any orc patrons in the inn?
There are no orc patrons in it.
is it common practice for eating orcs in this area? Do we know?
You can roll a history check for that.
Sure. I got a 10.
Alright. With a 16, you know it is not common practice. You can see on the menu, it still has new, like it's being labeled new.
Does it say new and tasty?
New and tasty.
Ooh.
Hjalni will slam a silver down onto the bar and just say, "Soup of the day, and an ale, thank you."
Soup of the day, of course. Here you go.
I have never eaten orc, but I'm willing to try.
And might I ask if any of you are affiliated, perhaps, of this region? If not, it is all right. I can serve you regardless.
Oh well, I'm
Do
new
we-
to the area and definitely would like to try the orc, please.
The orc meat, of course, of course. He brings out not the usual. Well, this is orc meat. What would you be expecting? A limb, perhaps. In fact, he brings out a head. It has been grilled, sautéed, and you can tell that this is definitely orc, as the skull is still there. Most of the meat is inside the skull, cut from the top, and you can see the brains still sizzling from the grill. You can see the various side dishes you get with the orc skull: potatoes, legumes. As
Oh.
for the daily, the soup special and the mead, is given to you.
Oh well, that's exactly what I expected it would be. You know what, guys? Maybe I'm just gonna go and sit down for a bit. And I don't even take the orc head. I leave it on the counter and just walk away and sit at a table.
You're not eating this?
Oh no, you go ahead, please.
Okay. And she'll basically get your plate and put it on hers.
All right, you take the plate of the orc skull with the meat still quite sizzling on this plate. Take it to the side onto the bar, or do you take a table with the rest of you and you just eat it?
Oh no, yeah, I'll take just the one plate with the double helping and then just bring it to the table where everyone else is sitting.
Sure. Any other?
Is it on like a hot plate, like a hot stone plate, like you get from Chinese food?
Yeah, but it would still have a normal plate underneath so that you can carry it. Otherwise, that would be incredibly rude of this bartender. Give you a
How does it taste?
plate. How does it taste? Roll a Constitution saving throw, please. Seven.
7.
You are not sure how to eat this. They provide you with various instruments. You being one not to not to offend the food. You essentially grab it from the skull and shove it in your mouth. At first, the smell is absolutely repulsive. You gag at taking the first few bites, but after a while, the taste of garlic, the cinnamon, and the saffron all mix into this lovely perfume-like essence. And all of a sudden, you're in a bliss eating this skull brain meat. That so happens to be orc meat. It's delicious.
This is not bad. Are you sure you don't want to try some? And she'll hold out the
Brain
skull.
splattered on your mouth, still in your large hand. Mm.
Looking very concerned at this.
How was it? Was it divine?
It's an acquired taste, but I seem to enjoy it very much, thank you.
You're most welcome. Welcome indeed. Your first time here in Airwell, is it?
Yes, it is.
Then you are here for work, I assume. Most of your kind usually go to a guild to get some jobs. However, there is still work to be done in various places. And as he
Do
says,
you know of something?
and as he says, he actually directs all of you to a notice board he has to the east side of his tavern. There aren't too many notices there, but he explains that many of the jobs that adventurers usually take have already been taken officially by the guilds of this region.
I want to jump up and have a look at the notice board anyway.
Alright. Get over to the notice board, and you see 3 bounties. One worth 150 gold pieces, another worth 100 gold pieces, and one says quest. The bounty worth 150 gold pieces is a notice for a terrible creature by the name of Riker, known throughout all the arenas in the land, known as the Lizard Wizard. He's wanted for killing a man in the arena without cause.
Sorry, without what?
Without cause.
Oh, okay.
As in, he illegally killed someone in the arena.
Do we know what the arena is, or?
It's not mentioned in this town. You could ask the barkeep.
Oh, Divine Speaker definitely, on hearing of the word arena, will ask the barkeep. There's an arena around here.
Unfortunately, we do not have the arena here in Earlwell. However, if you go over to one of the capitals, in the north or the south, there is a very large coliseum in each town, well, city really, and they have many games there for the mighty and the strong and the wily, of course. Oh, I
And
see
that
you've
is.
gotten the. You're interested in that poster, are you? It's a very dangerous man.
Are they, and these arena contests, they are open to all?
Indeed, only the skilled can enter, and only the skilled can survive.
Well, that is definitely something I am interested in.
And the other ones.
Alright, so, the one for 100 gold pieces is quite odd. It says, wanted, alive, captured. This one is of a halfling, female halfling wearing a chef's hat. The name of it is quite unusual for a bounty.
So, barkeeper, what's this one about?
Oh, that one is a bit strange. I'm not sure why they want to capture the delectable, delicious Shalinda, she's just a chef. Maybe she did something illegal. But what do I know about cooking? I have a I have a chef, I have a cook in my tavern, but they have not done anything illegal.
Are all these bounties from multiple people or all the same place?
Oh, those two bounties are for the entire region. I hear that these so-called adventurers are more vicious than what they actually appear to be. This Riker he came in saying that he was a noble fighter, and he went out into the stands and killed many people. That's what I heard anyway, but what do I know? I have not gone to the arena in many a week.
So were we to find this little halfling, your cook, where would we take her?
You would take her to the militia. They will pay the bounty. The
What'll they do to her?
Well, I'm not sure. It does say capture alive, so most likely they will interrogate and put her to trial. And if worse comes to worse, they will execute her.
But we don't even know what she's done.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I don't know really, but if you want to speak to the militia of this town, they can give you a bit of a insight on what some of the rules are when it comes to bounty hunting.
Where in the town would we find them if we wanted to go there later?
Oh, it's just in the northwest. It's the biggest sector of this four-leaf clover of a town. You can see the training halls, all the soldiers, some adventurers that have joined up with their association, you see. They are controlled by the mighty Eye, a fearsome guild, I would say.
What's the third one?
And the third one says, please send help. My my delivery is late to Bryn. Perhaps the merchants coming down to Bryn have gone missing. The third one doesn't actually have a a name to to the poster. Uh, it does say visit um, visit the Camaraderie's Guild in Earlwell for more information.
I mean, while we're here, does anyone want to kind of get some gold and maybe go? I don't know. Go do something.
Oh, I'd love to. I've spent far too much time curled up in my library all these years. I was kicked out of my library actually and told to learn a little bit more about the ways of people and how they live. So yeah, if you guys want to go and we can. Do you want to get some gold? Is that what happened? We just do one of these things and we hand in a bounty and we get gold. Is anybody
think-
experienced?
To
I
be
think-
honest, I don't really know, but I'm willing to find out.
I think capturing a killer would bring us much glory.
Why do we need glory? Why can't we just find someone who's lost? This halfling woman, you know, the little cook, obviously hasn't done anything wrong. They just want her to ask her about something, surely. Can't be dangerous. Easy gold.
I think chasing a killer might be a little bit more harder gold, yes. Quite a bit more dangerous.
But think of the renown we will receive for doing such a bringing a killer to justice.
Yes, but think about what it might be like to be on a plate ourselves as our orky friend here. I just don't like dying or the idea of it very much at all. It just seems a bit of a it's a bit spooky.
I'm with Myrtle here, really. Like, I don't like the idea of dying. I've got far too much to do until, like, that kind of thing happens.
Well, I guess you'll need me along then.
I'm sure a group of skilled people such as yourself would never succumb to the weakness of death.
Right, I can hold death at bay well enough.
Well,
You're a good person around then.
Yes.
Alright,
Cleansing
so
fires
decided
are
you guys
also.
are now gonna try and take down this Riker, this bounty head.
Well, I mean, out of character, I guess.
yeah, I do feel like that was where it decided, but
Yeah, I don't think we decided.
About, right?
Divine Speaker would definitely want to go for the killer, but if she's going to get overruled, then she'll sulk a little bit, but she'll go for.
Hjelmi just kind of sees an accident waiting to happen, so is just going to go along and make sure that everyone's okay.
Mithra is kind of not looking forward to someone in her terms big and scary, so he's probably looking more towards doing something a little less out there.
yeah,
But like she'll go along with the group.
Alright, you have three choices then.
Did the notice on the killer say where they would be, like, or any like last known sightings, something like that?
There were no last known sightings for any of the bounties with actual gold on them. However, you can get more information if you head over to the military district, as they have the information.
Oh, okay. For each of the bounties, for both bounties, it's the
Both
same.
bounties, that's right.
It's the same guild that's given out that bounty. Okay. Well, we don't have to decide just yet. I suppose we could gain more information if we talked to this I guild.
Yeah. It says they're in the northwest.
That's right, the northwest edge of town. So if you get out of the tavern, it's literally you get out, just go right. And
well, I'd love to get some more information about any of these things that we're going to go do together. Let's head there.
I'm all for it.
Aye.
okay, so do you guys head over to the military district?
Mm,
All right. So as the four of you start, as you after you pay for your meal, that was 3 silver pieces for the orc meat. For the special, that was only 1 silver piece, including the mead. And as you're heading through town, you notice that a lot of the people here are just eyeing all of you, sort of in a hush-hush manner. And only a few steps out of the tavern, and you're already in the military district. It is quite a large, immense part of town. Here you can see warriors fighting each other, training in marching formation, others listening to a drill sergeant um, commanding them of various dangerous techniques. There you can see there's a short, red-headed dwarf, very short, trim beard. He's just sitting out front of the entryway to this large, fenced district.
Hjalni will hail him. Hail, brother. Which way to the Eye Guild?
You've arrived, my friend. Through the gates, if you want. Are you coming in for work, brother, or are you coming in to join?
Work.
Work? Well, it's pretty simple. Head over there, that's the main building. You can see it's where all the adventurers are lining up. Just tell them who you're affiliated with, and they'll assign you to the right job. Unless you have a bounty that you're trying to complete.
Aye, it was a notice board down at the inn. They had a bounty.
Oh, I wouldn't risk my life for those bounties. Those are far more dangerous than they're worth. But you want the prestige, you want the honor in taking the kill. Be my guest. I have given you my warning.
Good information.
Oh, are there? Excuse me. Are there any maybe beginner level kind of bounties that are out there? You know, petty thieves and the like.
Aye, there are. Lass, sir.
Madam.
He looks at you. He's not so used to speaking to ladies. You can see him blush as he looks at you, and he's kind of making the excuse that he's ignorant. He doesn't know whether you're male or female.
Oh, madam dear.
Aye, madam. Well, there are plenty of bounties out there. If you want a simple, less risky to your life ending sort of bounty, there must have been that quest we posted all around town, finding some merchants. They had gone missing or something. Anyway, it's up to you. But if you want to take down some thieves, go right ahead. There's a line.
An actual line of people wanting to sign up for the bounty, or what?
Aye, lads. I mean, lass. Sorry. It's my fault. I don't have too many female interactions. I'm always here, just watching the gate.
You do a very good job of watching the gate, though.
Aye, thank you, lass.
So, do you know anything about the little halfling cook? What did she do wrong?
Well, rumor has it that delectable, delicious Shalinda, or DDS as many have called her, has been known to cater for the nobility of this land. And what she did was she killed and assassinated a lot of the noble families. Perhaps it was an accident, maybe it was allergic reaction or something like that, but I heard it was a job. However, I don't have all the information on me. I'm just telling you a hearsay. I heard that if you head over to the port town just north of Earlwell, they have more information.
Thank you.
And what of these merchants that have gone missing?
Well, lad, it's quite simple. Perhaps they got lost. I mean, it's a big forest down south, you see, and usually they hire, adventurers to guide them so that they don't get lost. Stupid merchants. But I suppose these merchants have, taken a wrong turn, and it's taken a bit longer to take their delivery. Do you know where Vinrin is?
To the
No.
south.
Me.
I've just come here by boat.
Aye, well, I suppose I can draw you a map, and he draws you a simple map of the region. He tells you it's about 10 days' journey on foot to Turin. By cart or wagon, if the merchants have gotten lost, then they're somewhere around in the forest.
Does this forest have a name?
Well, it's south of Irwell, so it's south of Irwell. I'm not much of a cartographer. Those people that draw maps. I don't know. It's a forest. What should I know about forests? What? Look at me. I'm a dwarf. I'm a hill dwarf at that. And do you know there's not many hills in this region? My family have had the tits and bits around here. But hey, at least the guild gives us enough money to live on.
And is there an arena in Vryn?
Oh, I believe there is a small one. However, I'm not sure if outsiders can join in. Um, I suppose you'll have to ask them when you get there. But I know there's definitely an arena down there.
All right, whatever we do, let's head down there.
Yeah. If we go to Vryn, we can have a look around the forests and see if we can find this convoy. And we might be able to find some information about this Riker character.
Sounds
Oh,
like
let's make a
Reykjavik is
move.
too much for us to handle. But we'll keep an ear out.
Alright then, well, good luck on your journey. If you need supplies, head over to the stables. Just tell them which affiliation you're from, and they probably give you a discount.
Aye, brother.
Thank you very much, young man. You have a nice day guarding your gate now.
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Oil. Oil Redex.
It's
The
a
Redex
pleasure.
Cleanse.
Nice to meet you, Oil.
Oh, thank you, lad.
Hjalne Morgak.
Greetings to you, Moragak. And you can see that he gets off of his little desk. He kind of bows to you in an unusual gesture. You've never seen dwarves do this before.
Okay. I'll just bow back. Normally.
Okay. All right. So now, he has not told you what the merchants look like. He's just given you an assumption of where you need to go. It's somewhere in the forest, south of Orwell.
Well, I
Didn't
guess
get
our
any more
main.
information before leaving.
Yeah, we're gonna go to look to the Camaraderie's Guild, right?
Yeah.
That was where the billboard said for information about them.
All right. The Camaraderie's Guild is in the east part of town. is a very large building with the name Camaraderie Guild. On top of it, it's glowing with magical light, kind of like neon lights. However, it's even during the day you can see the bright pulsing of this light. As you approach the building, you can see that there is another fence here, another gate, and there are guards asking for ID, identification. You can see that these two guards are those of the Tabaxi people, cats or foxes. They wear simple robes, and essentially they're just asking for papers or passes. Do you line up?
Yeah.
Are we carrying said papers? Is that a common thing, like carrying a passport?
It is a common thing, yeah.
Cool.
You would have some sort of identification, even if it's just your name on like a stone slab, or like a cultural symbol that you carry along with you, or even just your spell book, something with some sort of identification.
Okay.
And if you don't have it, I mean, you can always use your spells and skills.
Hjalni will approach. Hail, brothers.
Ah, well then. It seems we have a dwarf, a Goliath, and two females. So then, are you entering the Camaraderie's guild, or are you joining a new guild?
I'm already a member of the guild.
You're already in a guild, are you? Well then, can you show me your proof?
Do I have identification papers or a signet ring or something? Or how do Kurasana guild members?
Yep, so Kurosana has a small badge, like a shield, like a small signet shield. All you have to do is show that, and
Yeah.
the symbol itself of Kurosana is that of a bird's eye, much like a crow.
Okay.
However, the symbology on it is the crow is holding on to like coins, wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Well then, it seems you have your passes. You may enter, you three. Stop.
Are we not four?
Well. Are you part of the, different guild, is it?
I show my identifier docs the purple letter.
Yep, so the purple letter, you're literally given, like a piece of cloth with, think of it, as an open scroll with a purple letter on it. The letter being that of a W, and then on like the rest of it, it says word.
Divine Speaker's not really in a guild, but will have a holy symbol from her clan that represents Cord.
Yep, that's right. So you represent Cord, and yet you do not join a guild. Is there a problem with that, sir?
I don't know. Is there? And it's ma'am.
Ma'am, is it? Ah, well, you all look alike, you giants, half-giant creatures. You probably think we all look alike as well.
Well, now, there's no reason to just spray all this racism around just because you're so far.
Now, I do apologize for my way of thinking, or at least my way of speaking. It's just that's how we speak here in Earlswell. At least the Tapaxi here. Anyway, you may all enter. I can see that there is no issue with or without having a guild. And then you can see that the Tabaxi are both eyeing Divine Speaker more than the rest of you. Like, the rest of you are just let through, as though you have your official symbols, emblems, so that you can go wherever you want. Now, Divine Speaker, I'd like you to roll a perception check or use your passive perception. Nice.
20.
20. So, as they let you pass through the gate, after heavily eyeing you in your size, your gender, everything about you, you hear them whisper, "You can never trust outsiders. They never learn, just like that Riker guy." Huh. So that's what you hear. That if you're not part of a guild, people sort of treat you like an outsider. Like you're either you think you're better than the law or you're above it, or maybe you're not deserving of how they do things here in Typeria.
Okay.
You get through the main entrance, and here you can see a load of adventurers going to various reception desks and getting their rewards through bags of gold. Others are just getting like small chests. They just reveal it. Some are happy with the reward. Others are a bit more disgruntled. And you can see that there's a lot more adventurers here than outside. No one is looking for rumors. You can see that some are displaying their emblems, their badges with pride, either on their clothing or on their armor. And there is essentially a guide inside the building, like the very first floor, the ground floor. And she is essentially directing you to their main reception. The room, think of when you enter this square, kind of like an octagon entrance. On either side of the main entrance, there's a very large staircase rounding the building. It goes to 2 tiers, so there's a first floor and a second floor. Then after that, you can tell that there most likely are higher floors, though the ceiling up above is concealing the rest of it. In front of you, you can see that there are no lines to the main reception, and the kind girl, this very short, very dark-skinned human, about 16, 17 years old. Well, I say, do you, ladies and gentlemen, need assistance?
Yes, actually, we're here. We're wanting to get some information about some a convoy that went missing in the south.
Yes. Come. Here in the camaraderie headquarters, we serve the adventurers. All the adventuring needs for the adventurer. Now come, and we will discuss, well, at least my manager will discuss with you the main details of where these merchants have disappeared to, as well as any other information you would like to know. She flourishes a lot of hand gestures in a very over-exerted manner. Uh, she does a lot of bowing, a lot of circular hand gestures as she guides you to the front desk.
Is this something that something that is anything that I've ever read about in terms of like communicating or etiquette? Doing weird hand gestures, thusly.
You can roll a survival check or an insight check. Tell me which skill you're using.
Is insight or survival? Is that right?
Right. Insight or survival.
Both as bad. Oh, nat
And
20!
both as bad still gets a natural 20. So which one are you using?
Survival.
Survival. You know that this is not common. In fact, many of the other attendees, the guides around, are not as flourishing as she is, as though she's trying to gain attention with her superior to get her either a higher standing or perhaps get her off the floor itself, as though she doesn't want to be here. But she's being a kind host or a hostess to get you to where you need to go.
Do you mean she's being uppity about having to serve, or
Right.
I don't know what that meant. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So at the front desk, you can see another human. This one, he is a bit more pale than the hostess. She grins a lot, trying to palm you over to him. Yes, more adventurers. How exactly can I help you?
Oh yes, just after some info about the convoy that went missing south of here.
The convoy. Well, I would have to say they've been lost perhaps 2-3 days off their trade route. There should be 4 of them carrying weapons, armor, a few magical items. Plenty of gold, probably bandits in the area. Attack them.
Have they a banner about them?
A banner, yes. They have a lion with a red horn on their banners.
Is the area where they went missing, is it like common for bandits and stuff?
No, madam, there are no common bandits around that forest. They're usually already paid for by some lord or some official. However, if the company is involved, then perhaps that might be the cause.
The company?
It is a new guild here in this region. They don't seem to like following the laws. They serve whoever they want, and they break everyone's trust. They cause problem and chaos.
Seems like they broke your trust.
Indeed. Indeed they have.
What'd they do?
Many things. They attacked a fleet of ships for no reason, just because a young lass was asking for assistance. or perhaps bringing down the main dam of a mining guild just because there was a poor creature trying to survive in that desolate place. It's nonsense. Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't seem to be a good way to be making friends if they're a new upstart.
Well, I don't know anything about them, well, or where their operations are. They're not in this town at least, otherwise they would have been all arrested.
Do they have a symbol or a banner that we should
Oddly
keep an
enough,
eye out?
their banner is a bit odd. It's of a 7-star banner.
Why is that odd?
Well, 7 stars is usually of heroes and gallant knights and paladins. But these are an unruly band of misfits. I
Doesn't
hear
mean
their
they don't
leader is
think
even
that they're
questioned.
heroes.
What was that?
They,
Tash?
Hmm?
You said something and I interrupted you.
No, sorry, I think I interrupted you.
Oh, never mind. Okay. So, you get the information that this new upstart guild, the company, is causing trouble for all the other guilds. They, this receptionist has essentially given you plenty of information on where to find them. They were last sighted just 4 days south. 4 days north of Vryn, just at the edge of the forest, by one of the local rangers there. However, because the ranger is not an adventurer, he didn't pursue, he didn't think of anything.
These merchants traveling through the forest, would they have traveled on a road through the forest? Is there a road through the forest?
There is a main road indeed. It is ill-maintained when you get closer to the forest. After all, there are monsters about. But there should still be a clear path. You shouldn't get lost.
You said there was a ranger?
Aye.
And did they see anything?
They saw they were camping out. They assumed that they were resting there for the time being. However, that was 4 days ago.
They haven't seen them since. I haven't seen anyone else since? Where can I find this ranger? You know, I'm sure they know something else.
Perhaps you can find the ranger in the forest. He might have been hunting for game.
Do you at least know his name? Or her name?
His name was Darius
Yes.
Swift.
Do you know of a general store nearby where we can get some quick supplies for this journey?
You're here already. This is the general store.
Excellent.
Head upstairs, purchase whatever gear you need. We do have potions and various other healing products. Armor for your ill-fitted ones. And weapons if you need it.
Many
Uh,
thanks.
DM question.
Yes.
Did we roll starting gold just from our backgrounds.
Starting
Yeah, well, yeah. What was the how were we dealing with starting equipment? I just assumed we would start with normal starting equipment, but
normal starting equipment.
okay,
And
As
gold from
for
background?
Gold, it's also normal.
Okay.
Whatever your background gives you.
but no. You said no heavy armor. I think.
No heavy armor.
Okay. So if you got heavy armor as part of your class, do you just trade it for the whatever medium armor or what?
Yes, you just trade it for the medium armor.
Okay.
Was there any other questions?
Nope, I think we have all the information we need to travel to Vryn and maybe keep an eye out for this lost merchant caravan.
Yep. I think we head upstairs and get some tents or something.
Divine Speaker already had.
I've got a backpack and a bedroll. But
Yeah, I got I
Tent.
think it's Explorer's Pack.
Explorer's pack? Yeah, that should have enough gear for travel. Maybe you need some extra food as you're traveling down there.
How long did they say it was? Like 10 days?
It would take 10 days to reach Bryn
Okay.
on foot.
Alright, well, I have 10 days worth of rations. I might as well buy another 10 days worth, I guess.
That's what I was thinking, yeah. I will do the same. And buy a tent as well.
Tent. You hire a wagon.
How much would it cost to hire a wagon?
For the four of you?
Well, I mean, how many wagons do we need for the four of us?
We just need the one wagon and the one horse.
4 wagon derby, let's do it.
Well, I mean, that'd be amazing. So those who are affiliated get a 50% discount, and if you're part of that group, you just pay the same rate as them, which is 1 gold for a simple wagon with a horse, and that's enough to rent it out all the way down to Bryn, where you would exchange the horse if you needed to. However, if you are not part of a guild, or you're unaffiliated, so you're an outsider, it would cost 10 gold pieces to hire out a wagon.
I mean, if I let someone else do it, we only need to hire 1 wagon, right?
Right. So, you head upstairs. You can see that they operate much like many stores that you visited.
I'm with them.
Yep. And you can see that they separate their weapons, their armor, their potions and trinkets to different stalls all around the first floor. The second floor has more magical items, more shiny, a very, I'd say, far more expensive wear than, say, a beginner explorer or adventurer would ever need. However, it's still there. But on the second floor is where they have their wagon deals, rather than the first floor. And all of the merchants are halflings.
Are we gonna RP buying our wares, or do you want us to?
You don't have
Yeah.
to. I mean, tell me what you're buying, type it in, or just tell me what you're going to get. Deduct the gold, and then you can go. You can RP if you want. This is the first session, so there's plenty of time.
I'm gonna inquire about a wagon, being from the pink purple letter, guild.
So you want a wagon, is it? Well, is it 1 horse or 2 horses?
Oh,
And where are you going?
Oh, Vren. Is it faster with two horses?
It's more comfortable with two horses. I mean, if one horse gets tired, then the other horse can replace it.
Oh, of course, yes. Is it big enough for one of the horses to ride in the wagon? Is that how it works?
It's not that big. I mean, one horse would just not be forced to run as fast.
Oh, you mean it would wait behind?
Yes.
Oh, well, how much is it for two horses, and how much is it for one?
One horse is 1 gold piece. For the entire trek of your journey. If you lose the horse or if the horse dies, then you have to pay Bryn a compensation fee of 5 gold pieces. Try not to lose any horses, please.
Of course, we'll take the best care of them. Is that including the wagon itself?
The wagon is included in that price, yes.
And is there an upgrade purchase if we want a cushier coach to ride in?
A covered wagon, maybe?
Hmm.
We probably need two horses, given my size, and potentially Myrtle's as well.
Hmm.
Out of character, I think turtles are pretty big.
Yeah, they're hefty.
They're pretty heavy.
Myrtle's quite small for a turtle, but it's still about, I think, 5
Like the shell would weigh like so much.
It weighs like 150 pounds or something.
Yeah. I mean, Goliaths are no better. They weigh like 280 pounds or something.
Oh wait, no, that's kilos. 150 kilos. Yeah, heavy shell.
Yeah, so you get the 2-horse version where it's reinforced to allow you to carry enough weight from all of you, plus all of your gear and any extra barding you would need. Yes?
Mm-hmm. What are we looking at?
With all of those other expenses, just place your guild insignias here, and we will charge your guild for your services. Your
Ooh,
reward will just be deducted from that upon reaching Green.
Oh, this is so officious. I'm gonna put my guild letter down on the table. It's like an F plus machine. Do they scan it?
Well, they don't have an F plus machine. However, they give one of the halflings actually gives you a detailed sketch of you. They write down your name and your guild, and you can see them scroll it up, put it onto like a carrier hawk, and not release it. They put it into a magical circle where it vanishes. Once you arrive at Vryn, they will know who you are. Your reward will be given to you.
Do I get that back?
Your emblem?
Yes.
Of course. They're just sketching it. You do not need
Oh.
your entire emblem. It is best to keep your emblem stitched on you, or perhaps put it on some sort of scarf or vest. You might have seen other people wearing strange clothing around town. You can see the adventurers around here proudly showing off their emblems.
I can't say that I'd noticed, but I'll endeavor to. Thank you.
Well, good luck on your quest, then. Your wagon will be ready in the southern stable. Present this key, and it essentially gives you a wooden key. and that shall unlock your adventure.
Sweet. How much has this cost us so far?
It's only cost you 2 gold pieces.
Right.
All right. Does anyone else purchase anything, or would you like to head out to your adventure?
I gotta get rations as well.
Oh yeah. Can I give someone else money to buy me rations?
Yeah.
Here, dear. I'll get you. I'll pay your way.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Hjalmir was buying you 10 days worth of rations
10
and
days worth of rations.
a tent.
All
And a
right.
tent.
Yeah.
2-person tent if
Yep.
that's all that's available.
So, is it pronounced Halnir or Jalnir?
Hjalmir.
Halnir. Okay. So Halnir, as you approach the food vendor, you can see that there is a sign. The amount of rations. Display your emblem, and they will give you a box like a crate. Purchasing with an emblem is free.
Is how much, sorry?
Sorry, how much?
So the cost of your 10 days worth of rations in this particular camaraderie headquarters, so long as you're part of a guild, it is all free.
Oh,
Free. Awesome.
And there's 10 days rations in a box.
Yes, in a crate.
Sweet.
I'll take that.
What about a tent? Do they have any tents? Or like just
So
a tarp?
adventuring
Because
gear
I've already got
tents-
rope. I can string rope between 2 trees and just sling a tarp over the top if that's what they've got.
They are all provided within the wagon already
Awesome.
for the 3 of you.
And for Divine, can we buy another box of 10 days rations? How much would that cost? Or can I ask them for 2 boxes? Because I'm tanky.
You ask for 2
Girl.
boxes, they give you 2 boxes.
Damn. There's your food, Divine. All here.
thank you.
And when you give Divine her food, kind of like this snotty police moves over. Oyen, she didn't pay.
But he
Oh.
said carry it for us.
Well, of course not. He is my servant. He will need feeding, and I pay his way.
She.
Her.
Sorry.
Is that right, Ann? Well, if I catch you doing anything weird, I'm gonna give you a penance.
Oh no, that was my last servant. This one is strictly platonic. Thank you for your inquiry, though.
Wait, who's this person?
He is a short human. He's kind of wearing, he's got like a small club. He's kind of like a bellboy. So think of him as a bellboy, but he's kind of like like a security guard police to make sure that those without guilds pay for the services, while those with guilds don't have to pay. And he's only about 4'10". He's pretty short, but he talks big. He's got, if I describe him, he's got a mustache, like a really long one, like a French mustache. He's got a mohawk, like a blonde mohawk, and he's got several piercings on his right face, the right side of his face.
And I will sort of loom over him and say, in an intimidating voice, "Are you disturbing my master?"
Roll an intimidation check, please.
Oops, I've lost the channel. There it goes.
No, that's all right. No need to stir. All right, and then, hey, you! And you can see him run over to another person who's trading weapons with a guildless outsider. He didn't pay for that. You can see him do the same thing.
I think it's best we get out of here now, ladies.
What a small, petty little man.
Alright. So you leave with your box of rations, extra tent. For Divine Speaker was not provided for one. The halfling didn't give 3 tents in that wagon.
It's fine. She doesn't need one.
Okay. You get down to the stables, provide them with this wooden key, and you can see these tabaxi stable handlers. They don't say anything weird. They essentially, well, it seems you lot are adventurers. Be well. Try not to interfere in other dealings with many of the very legal presidences in this region, and stay alive. Make sure not to kill the horse. We've lost too many already.
Well, thank you for your optimism, enthusiasm. Thank you. Wait, we'll be going now.
All right. So you check the wagon. You see there's 2 horses. So essentially, how they've set it up is that one horse is in front that will pull the wagon, while the other horse will trot behind, and you can switch them out, or you can ride one of them if you wish. There's enough barding on the horse, so you can ride one while
Would you like to ride, Divine Speaker?
the other pulls the wagon.
Oh, wait. Aren't they both pulling the wagon? Are we all sitting in the wagon? Is that the point? Or
No, they're not both pulling the wagon. You just ordered an extra horse.
Oh, I thought we got like a cart with 2, like that was being drawn by 2 horses because 2 of us are quite big.
Yeah. But that's the halfling misunderstood, so he just gave you a regular wagon that's reinforced so that it can carry both of you on the wagon while the horse pulls it. And
If we get in, how much struggle is the horse under as we get underway with all of us in the wagon?
No struggle at all.
Oh, damn.
You can see
Okay.
you with all the gear behind the wagon, as you take a seat, you feel the wagon kind of spring a little bit, and you hear a humming sound.
Look under that rig.
You look underneath, it just looks like a standard wagon. There's nothing special underneath. You look at the wheels, they're just wooden wheels.
As we get underway, if that's what we're doing, is just hopping in and heading out, I'll cast Detect Magic as a ritual.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, what are we doing? Are we just hopping in and heading off?
I don't.
Well, I was wondering if Divine Speaker wanted to ride the extra horse as scout.
Oh, to scout ahead. I mean, I suppose I could.
I mean, if you're scared of horses, because it kind of seems like you are, I can do it.
Certainly.
Okay. I'll jump on the horse and go beside the wagon for a bit.
Okay. So, then you're all now traveling south with Mithra on the spare horse, while the rest are on the wagon while one is driving the wagon. Correct? Who's driving the wagon?
I guess I'll drive while the two big ones sit in the back, maybe.
Okay.
Is it the cart big enough for that?
The cart is big enough to have 5 people back there.
Okay. Cool.
Of medium size. As for your Portal and Goliath companions, they fit nice and snug. It's not too tight. There is a tall enough tarp over the wagon, just in case there's seasonal rain. After all, this region is very cold. Not cold enough that there's snow, but like a dry cold.
Mhm.
Can I
So
cast? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, if we get to a point where we can see like a curve in the road in, not too far away, but far enough away, if you ride forward just to check out what was going around, like around the corner,
Of course.
kind of scout out every so often.
Just asking again. Tash, you were a sorcerer?
Yeah.
Sorceress?
Yeah.
Anthony is a player. Paladin?
Paladin, yeah. Barbarian. No, Goliath Paladin.
Paladin. Seaton is a wizard.
Mm-hmm.
And Tristan is a cleric.
Correct. Dwarf.
Cool. Dwarf cleric. Cool. Alright, so as you're riding south, as you have asked Mithra, if there is a curve in the road, you want to push forward a little bit to scout ahead.
Yeah.
After a few hours of traveling south, you can tell that you're passing a small hill, and up ahead there is a turn where your companions will lose line of sight. There could be some sort of unusual ambush or something bad might happen. You can scout ahead. Roll an animal handling check to push your horse, then a perception check.
Yeah, not a very great.
The horse is not listening to you, and it wants to just casually trot forward. You urge it forward, and it just looks at you like with disdain. Really, I'm not gonna go forward. I'm gonna go on my own pace, okay? So that's essentially what the horse like turns back, looks at you, and then goes and turns forward and just trots forward just as slowly as it was before. You can
We'll
try
work
again.
on that. Yeah, actually, I'll try again.
Go ahead. Alright, this time around is a little bit better. It turns around again, and you can see it a little bit cross. But this time around, you've urged it to. We need to go up ahead, and with a bit of disdain, and then trots forward a little bit faster. Now roll for a perception check what you see around the corner. So
That's perception.
Yep.
Perception or passive perception.
Oh.
Wow! Now
Oh.
20. Nice. So you turn the corner, and there you can see a small, lookout where travelers and adventurers can take a breather, stop, eat some food, rest. You can even see a small shop. No adventurers around, but the road itself continues southward. The one selling snacks on this road is a lovely wood elf. She spots you as you're turning the corner. This horse is like really fighting you to slow down. And in Elvish, she says, "Greetings, my friend. Would you care for some tea?"
I reply in Elvish. What sort of tea do you have? I have some pretty strange friends.
Strange, we only have herbal tea here. It's very cleansing. It detoxes you from any wary issues you've had with travel.
Sounds a little boring. Anything a little extra?
A little extra, perhaps a bit of fern mushroom to excite your tea, or would you like some elvish snuff to excite your adventure?
Biggest kick.
The biggest kick for you or the horse?
Both?
Yes, of course. She brews up some red-looking tea. You stop by, and by the time everyone's turned the corner, you're sitting down, the horse has calmed down. It's also drinking some cold tea. And this horse suddenly has all of its hairs going up, and it's very excitable. It needs to go.
Has the same thing happened to me?
You need to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. Constitution saving throw. What'll that be? Where are we?
Constitution saving throw.
Oh yeah, here we go.
10. Alright. Take a sip. It's very bland. There's no taste. And then suddenly you look at the horse, and you can see the horse slapping this red liquid up, and he has started to glow. Like his mane is quite bristling. All the hairs on his back is starting to flow as though there's wind underneath him. You, on the other hand, as you take one sip, nothing happens. Another sip, nothing happens. And a third sip, you drop your cup and everything slows down. And you can see your horse, it's looking at you, and you kind of have this sense, this feeling, come on, let's go. I think we can do this. They're slow. Look at them. They're so slow. For the rest of you, Havnir, Divine Speaker, and Seaton, what was your character's name?
Myrtle.
Myrtle. And Myrtle, as you turn the corner at a leisurely pace, you can see your companion take a seat, and then they seem to be jumping up and down. The horse is also jumping up and down quite rapidly, and then they're kind of turning at each other very rapidly as well, looking at you guys and then looking back in a very robotic, hyperactive manner. Seated, you've gained haste through coffee.
What on earth is going on up there? They've
Uh,
been bewitched.
is there something
What's-
wrong with her? Should
Come on,
we?
guys! Come on! Hurry up!
Can I use insight to try and figure out or medicine to try and figure out what is going on?
Roll a insight check.
Is she just like running around crazy?
Yes.
Can I try and pick her up by the scruff of her neck and like just
Roll a sleight of hand check for that.
sleight of hand or like
Sleight of hand.
straight?
She's quick.
Okay.
She's like running around like a Speedy Gonzales.
Zoom.
All right. With a 13, she must have drunk something because she was holding onto tea, and that tea is now on the floor, sprouting flowers. And then
Sprouting flowers.
Yep, and then rapidly wilting them, and then sprouting more.
Wow.
With that 12, you manage to grab the scruff of her cloak, and instead of lifting her up, you've ripped it off of her.
Oh.
So you're now holding a cloak?
Yes.
And she's still just running.
And
Like
she's still just running around. The horse is like also looking at her. Let's go. Come on. I can go now. Oh, they're here. Let's go. And this is what you hear with the horse.
Let's go. I'm going to jump on the horse and go.
Jump on the horse. Feels you on the back, and then they go south. The only road down. They disappear about 100 feet away, and
we better.
We're following.
Yeah.
You're following?
Yes.
Alright.
She might hurt herself.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'd like to message to Mithra and say, "Dearie, maybe slow down a bit. We're a wagon. We're not as fast as just a lone horseman." You can reply to that message if you're wanting to. Sorry.
I don't want to. Go. Gotta go fast. We're running out of time. We gotta go fast.
Oh, guys, I think she's very enthusiastic about us getting to our destination. Can we make this thing go any faster?
Yes, I'm certain she drank something. Like,
Perhaps you would also think
Oh, I'll pass, thank you.
Well, I mean, she's already ahead, right? So I assume we would have just like gone after.
Yeah. So yeah, essentially, after she stops, like you've caught up, she jumps onto her horse and then dashes away. And then you're thinking maybe we should stop. No, we gotta catch up. And you kind of push your horse to go and catch up. Whoever's driving, Master
Yep.
Dwarf, please roll an animal handling check to push your horse. Nice. The horse can feel the tension and the urgency that you need to push forward, and you manage to catch up with them. You are now kind of neck and neck. One's a wagon and one's just a lone horseman, like racing down this road south. You can see merchants dealing, and kind of you don't have to dodge them; they just jump out of the way. Hey, which way's going?
apologies.
Mithra,
If I see them,
I would like
Oh,
you
yeah?
to roll a Constitution saving throw. Six.
oh shit.
Okay. So you're both neck and neck. Your horse is starting to feel sluggish, and rather than slowing down, it kind of slumps and gets incredibly tired. instantly. You are thrown off the horse, you tumble, catch yourself, and by the time you stand up, you notice that tea has also worn off of you, and you're fairly tired. You kind of just collapse in a limp. You're kind of drooling from the side of your mouth. You're on the roadside. Your horse is also on the roadside, drooling, like they're almost catatonic.
And we've caught up at this point, yeah?
Oh yeah, at this point, you've not only caught up, you've noticed them slow down unusually, and you slow down carefully to check
Okay.
the horse and then help.
I will pick the horse up with her on top of it and just walk beside the wagon.
You have picked up a exhausted horse and its rider. And
I assume they weigh less than 1,000 pounds.
yeah, less than 1,000 pounds.
Cool.
You managed to lift
So,
this.
Did you pick me up?
You're on the horse. I just picked you both up. It's easier
I thought I
that
fell
way.
off the horse.
Yeah, she fell off the horse, but after.
Oh, okay. I'll pick her up, put her on the horse, and then carry the horse.
Excellent.
All right.
just like Princess carrying the horse.
Very well done. All right. So, after that, you've essentially spent 2 days traveling. You've had a few rests here and there to detox yourself of whatever ails you. Had your food and meal. Nothing eventful happened throughout those 2 days. And you start your journey south yet again. This time around, because the horse is still quite tired, you're both behind, like inside the wagon. It's large enough to sit the horse on the back, and it's a bit of a squeeze for all of you, but the horse is quite tired.
Hjalnir will ask Divine to speak. Do you have any restoration spells?
Sorry, you broke up a little bit.
Do you have any restoration spells?
At the moment, my connection to my god is new. I don't believe I have anything like that yet.
Understood. Continue walking the path.
Okay, continue walking the path. So at this point, you've spent 2 days worth of rations. You've had long rests, and up ahead, you hear some commotion. Everyone, roll a perception check. Well,
I got a 12.
nice.
4.
Ooh, a natural 1. Seven. 13. All right. The driver doesn't see anything. Very odd. He's in front. You should be able to see this. Master driver, you needed an 8 or higher to succeed. So with the rest of you in the back of the wagon, kind of resting, this very quiet wagon ride south for your actual job. The two of you, Myrtle and Mithra, you hear battle cries down south, perhaps 100 feet away. You also see smoke up ahead, and the roadside where you're traveling is battle scarred all throughout. Do you tell your companions, or do you say nothing?
Yeah. What's all that going on there? You guys see that too, right? And hear that? right?
Yeah. Oh yes.
Hjalni was probably a bit infatuated with his pipe, having smoke and sort of holding the reins, sort of looks up. Oh, sorry?
Look up, you can see the smoke clearly. How did I miss that? Oh, it looks like my smoke, like coming out of my pipe. That
It sounds like battle. Are they? When you say like, you said like it's what 100 feet south or something like that.
100 feet south. That's right.
Is that on the road or is that off road?
It is off road, slightly off road.
Can we see what's happening, or we can just hear things at this point?
At this point, you can just hear things because there's a tree line that's blocking your way. But as you get closer and closer, you actually see 3 adventurers, and they're surrounded by 24 goblins. What do you guys do?
Yeet the wagon.
Yep.
So this,
Charging the wagon forward.
so this is
Oh,
where
no.
you guys are.
I was gonna say we should probably leave the wagon back here and jump out.
Oh, so it's not on the road, it's off the road.
Yeah.
Off the road. Off the road.
Divine Speaker's already running towards it.
Running towards the battle.
Yep.
Okay. Everyone, roll for initiative. And I will give you your figurines so that it's easier to know where you guys are. 16.
Oh,
I mean, it makes sense. She already started running in.
8.
As soon as someone pointed out battle, she was like, there.
What? Battle? And then there's this dotted line where you...
Yeah, just the puff of smoke silhouette where she was.
And you will see how awesome I roll. Wow.
Did you want us to like put in tokens or import tokens or some sort?
Yes, I will do that eventually. That's on me.
No worries. We can do it later.
Yep. So I guess throughout the week, you guys can import your own tokens. But for the time being, I will just give you tokens for use. And you will come out of the wagon. Every square is 5 feet of movement. Dwarf.
Who's who?
I will assign you. So it will be easier. Oops. Okay. I do apologize to those of you who are listening at the moment. I should have paused the recording. That's my fault. Okay, here we go. So, Andrew, you're the one that's clad in armor. Seaton, you're the one with...
Sorry, you cut out there.
Oh, sorry. So, Seaton, you're the one with the... I'll ping it, this one.
Cool.
Andrew, you're this one.
Anthony?
Anthony, sorry. Anthony. Tash, you're the one with the rod. And Tristan, you're the dwarf.
Awesome.
Alright. So every square is 5 feet. In my games, diagonals are just 5 feet. So you can move diagonal.
Cool.
Alright, so first up, Anthony. What do you do?
I run in. So they're being surrounded by goblins. Is that the point?
That's right. They're surrounded
Okay.
by goblins. There's only 3 of them. You could just click on your figurine and you can move it.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Use a ruler.
6. Since I can't get into melee yet, I will spend the action to dodge.
All right. And action to dodge. All right. Next up, my turn. The goblins. You hear them skreek in some sort of battle cry in their very broken common. Kill them! Daybreak leader, kill them! And you can see them, the ones crossbows, making an attempt to shoot these adventurers. However, they're unable to hit them whatsoever. With a 17, you can see that even with their accurate shots, their teamwork and their techniques, these adventurers are able to evade such attacks. The other goblins start to approach, and they make their attempt to attack and surround these poor adventurers. And you can see a massive rumble as all of these goblins start throwing rocks and start attacking them, weaponless. Alright, next up, Tristan, what do you do?
Hjalmar will run forward 25 feet to this point here.
Yes, you can click your character and you can move in.
Can I? No?
No? Not working?
Nope. There we go, got it now. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep. So the trees provide you with cover, 3/4 cover.
He's looking at this one right here.
This one is Anthony. That's your
Oh,
Goliath friend that
right,
dashed forward.
Okay. These crossbowmen here are less than 60 feet from me, aren't they?
Yes, they are. I believe so. From here, 40 feet, 50 feet.
Okay, so I will Sacred Flame the first one, the one closest.
All right, you Sacred Flame the first one. I need a Dex saving throw of
14.
14. I fail. Is my 2 becoming a 1. Immediately with your Sacred Flame, roll for damage, please. Alright, with 2 points of damage. Although it is not as impressive as you would have thought it would be, it still incinerates this vile creature and kills it with holy fire.
Nice.
That's all?
Yeah, that was action.
Alright.
Bonus action.
Next up.
Nothing.
Cash. Cash?
You're muted.
Sorry, I just realized. Mithra will grab a piece of leather from her pouch and mutter a few words, move her hands, and cast Mage Armor. And we are going to just move to Probably there.
There?
Just to
Alright.
kind of hide behind the trees, but still trying to keep an eye on things.
Okay. So you've maged armored up.
Yep.
Next, after you hide and move there, it is the adventurer's turn. Immediately after you kill one of their prey, their wizard, this one. What are you doing? You're taking our kills. These are our prey. Leave. He gets his spellbook out, and you can see him cast a magic missile of the 7 tendrils coming from them, immediately taking out 7 different targets at once. What's that? 5, 6, 7. He remains there in the fray. The fighter up ahead, you can see him raise his shield and cry out, "For Torm! To me!" And then there's a sudden stomp on the ground, and it pulsates all throughout from his origin, goading all of these goblins to him. And then this particular archer, he takes a step back, and he starts strumming his bow. Now, we shall have a little dance, shall we? Go, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, cut your friends down. And immediately, the fight is over. Each goblin stabbing each other quite efficiently. Only 2 of them remaining. So, all of these die from this bard's tricks. With only 2 of these archers remain. So it's just these 2 at the very bottom. They look to each other. Run! Run! Seaton, your turn.
Myrtle was bringing her hands up and waving them about gesticulatively to cast a spell, but on hearing that poo-poo from the adventurer in the middle of them, she just sort of stops mid-casting and watches. I'll not do anything with my turn.
Okay. Back to the top. Anthony, what do you do?
I mean, they're all dead now, so.
They are all dead, with the exception of 2 at the far back. Far rear, down here.
Alright, well. Divine Speaker will look a little disappointed and sort of just walk up to them and say, very impressive. We thought that you may be in trouble, but we were clearly mistaken.
Which guild are you from?
Hjalni walks forward and says, Kurasana.
We'll be paying them a visit to complain our condolences that you have broken the code of the guilds. This is our job. You leave.
It was
Now we have to go hunt
unintentional.
one more goblin because you killed one.
Can't you just claim it?
No, I cannot claim something I have not done. That is unethical.
This seems like something that people joining a guild should have known of beforehand. Like, what?
Well, perhaps. Don't kill those two, and be on your merry way. Leave.
Again, apologies. Shelny will back away.
So you back away. And that's the end of the encounter. You can see these three adventurers chase after those goblins as they head east toward their small village. What do the four of you do back on your wagon?
Keep going south.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a waste of time. Weren't they horrible people? So mean.
I have a feeling that these guilds aren't as benevolent as they claim to be.
Possibly.
He seemed pretty crabby about that whole thing. Why didn't they just take the one that we'd killed and said they did it?
Would we have been able to see what guild they were from?
Yes, actually. These were from the Don Perry Guild.
Mm.
Where it is a mug with some flowing brew coming out of it. The mug has some fiery axes as a symbol on it.
They were complaining about us destroying their kill record sort of thing, right?
That's right.
So why don't we say that they ruined our kill? If they try to pin it on us, we pin it back on them. Because they were so mean.
They probably had a specific contract.
They don't know we don't.
True.
True.
People just shouldn't be mean.
Again, very true.
Alright, so with the route adventurers aside, you started heading south yet again.
Have we hit the forest yet?
At this point, you're edging the forest. You've
Okay.
been traveling for about 4 days at the moment. And up ahead, you actually hear a cry for help while inside your wagon. It is, it sounds like a young girl screaming for help. Someone help me! Ah! There's a bear! Someone help me! Help!
Are we in the cart?
You are all
Or
in the cart, yes.
Not
All of us?
anymore.
Yeah, all of you.
I spur the cart forward.
Push the cart forward. On, where's the cart? Place you guys here and I'll get the cart. Alright. So this is another encounter.
By a quick assessment, does the person look genuinely like their life is being threatened by this bear? Is the bear an angry disposition?
From where you are, so I know your figurines are outside of the cart, but they will just start nearby. You're all inside the cart, and from looking to your left, in an easterly position, you can see that this bear is wearing armor. It's attacking this tree quite violently. The young girl up above is clutching this tree for dear life. Roll a perception check. 5. You smell nothing. 14. You smell urine.
Oh.
13. You also smell urine.
What was this? Sorry, perception.
Perception, yeah.
Sorry, I lost my mouse on the
No, it's alright.
other screen. Too many monitors.
And
25.
25. You smell a trickle of fear known as urine.
Fear from the bear or fear from the
female on the tree.
yeah.
Hjalnir will be spurring the horse and cart entire thing at the bear, charging it at this point.
Whoa, oh.
Screaming, "Gah!" I'm trying
As
to
you
get its
turn
attention.
the cart, I will move the cart.
Can I jump out of the cart before you do that?
Of course. Who's jumping out of the cart?
I'm staying in the cart, but I'm pulling back into my shell.
Divine Speaker would jump out of the cart.
Okay. Alright, let you control the cart. Here we go. The bear is right here. And with your natural 20, Mithra, you spot 2 suspicious-looking people over here.
Oh. Okay, and so the cart's headed in that direction. And who's still in the cart?
Portal.
Hjalnir is
So Portal
total in its shell.
and the
Myrtle.
and the dwarf. Portal and dwarf. So the 2 of you jumped
Yep.
out of the cart, rolled onto the nice, soft plain, the grassy plain. As the horse starts charging this bear.
I'm going to yell out as soon as I see those people. Hjalnir, on your right!
Would I hear her? Because I'm already screaming loudly.
Loudly with your own battle cry.
Yeah,
Roll a perception.
I'm trying to get the bear's attention.
Yeah, you can use a. If you're getting the bear's attention, roll an intimidation check.
So perception or intimidation first?
Perception to hear Mithra,
Okay.
and intimidation to goad the bear.
Okay, so this is perception and intimidation.
Alright, so was perception first or intimidation first?
Perception first, intimidation second.
First. Even throughout your battle cry and your furious malice, you can still hear your friend to your left. That there's suspicious people on your right. However, because you've looked away for that moment, your intimidation doesn't quite catch the bear's attention. And it continues to whack the tree. Everyone roll for initiative. Nice.
Great.
16,
20.
Nice.
6, and 20.
Does make sense. Myrtle is in her shell.
And the bear gets a natural 20. The 21.
Damn.
Alright, first up. Tash.
Okay. Did I say those people looked? Did I see that they looked dodgy and looked like they were trying to harm us?
They look dodgy,
Or can I
but
not
they
tell?
weren't trying to harm you, no. Like, they look suspicious, like they're out of place. Like, why would there be people here while there's a bear attacking a tree that a girl's on top of? And they're not doing anything to help. I mean, isn't that suspicious?
Yeah. Have they seen us? Do I know if they've seen us?
They have now, considering your dwarven friend has been yelling. They kind of just look at you, but they pay you no mind, and they go back to watching the bear.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do how far can I go? I want to pop around. I'm gonna leave the bear with the eating the girl, and I'm gonna go check out these guys, like loop around behind them.
Okay. So you move your character just over here or something, or just
Yeah, something like that. So.
and then what do you do?
So sorry, what? Sorry, I didn't count how many are. Did you move it or did I move it? I can't remember.
I moved it.
You moved it? Okay, cool.
Yeah. So that's about 30 feet. You have 30 feet movement. Yep.
Yep, cool. I'm just going to hold my stuff out like intimidating
Yep.
and just say, "What are you doing?" Like kind of.
What are
Wait, what are you doing?
We're minding our own business. That's what we're doing.
Why aren't you helping her?
She didn't want our help. She didn't want to pay us. Why are we risking our lives to rescue this person, and we're not going to get paid?
I don't have any further movement. So instead, how far away is the bear from me?
From you?
Yep.
The bear is 50 feet away. 45 feet away.
So, damn it, that's too far. Yeah, I'm gonna send a firebolt at it then.
Sending a firebolt at it? Okay.
Yep. Why not?
Make your attack roll, please.
Sorry, I have not got my screen set up for this.
That's alright. Next time you will. This is the first
Yeah.
session, so all the trouble.
Yeah.
You said the bear was wearing armor, didn't you?
Yes, it is wearing barding. Barding and armor, yes.
Sorry, this is my first time spell casting, so
That's fine.
it's a D20
Plus your spell attack modifier.
which is 5. Yep, cool. Just checking.
No worries.
Ah, damn.
With a 12, you cast your fireball, and normally it would hit this furry bear. Unfortunately, its armor allows it to deflect, as though you have missed the creature.
Alright, that's the end. I've got nothing more.
Alright. Next, the bear attacks the tree. You can see it clawing and gouging this tree. The tree is taking a bit of damage, and it starts to sway back and forth from the attack of this bear. The girl screams again, "Someone help! Please help me!" Next, Anthony, what do you do?
So Divine Speaker will move up towards the bear. 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's as far as you can get. Actually, she'll be on the road. That's fine.
Road?
Yep. I don't want to dash into the bear. That's not.
Dash into the tree and then take down the tree. Swat the bear with a tree.
It's alright. Well, she'll dodge for the first time.
Dodge? Okay, cool.
Yep.
Next. Master Driver.
How far can the cart move in one turn?
In one turn? Its normal speed is 40 feet, but if you're gonna ram it into the bear, it can move up to 80 feet.
Well, seeing the people, like being distracted by the call and seeing the people, probably a bit more unsure about what's going on, but still wants to get in there. So we'll move the cart up to around here and then hop out.
You're letting are you stopping the cart?
Yeah, like so, charging up and then pulling it to a hard halt, and basically sort of jumping up in the front and trying to, I guess, do an animal handling. Trying to calm the bear down, somehow. And sort of whoa there, big one.
You have rolled a 22. As you calm it down, the bear you can tell that it's quite calm. It looks at you, and then sniffs the tree, and then looks back at the two people, and you can see the two people. It's like trying to shoo it. Go, just keep doing what you're doing. And it's kind of confused.
Kalmir will point over at the two and sort of waggle his finger and tisk at them.
Okay. Next up, Seaton. What do you do?
I'm gonna peer out of my shell. Does the bear, when it was attacking at the tree, was it breaking it as it was pulling at it, or was it just pushing over to try and get it down?
It was trying to break the tree.
Okay. Now that it's calmed down and it's like looking about, I'm gonna stick my head out of my shell.
What do you do?
I'm gonna cast Silent Image.
Silent image?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what is this image?
So I'm going to make appear a large bear climb out from the wagon.
Yep.
It says in the spell description that you can use your action to cause the image to move to a spot within range, but it also takes an action to cast. I've never cast it before. Does that mean that I can move it when I cast it on the same turn?
That's right.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna cast a large bear to walk out of the back of the wagon, have a sniff around, and make eye contact with the bear over by the tree.
Alright. You control this bear. It sort of crawls away, goes over. The other bear just looks at it, and then looks at the other two, and you can see the two adventurers do it, just go, attack the tree, without them actually saying attack the tree. And the bear's confused, doesn't know what to do.
Good. Keep it that way. Is the bear... Yeah, I'm just gonna have my bear nosy around and try and get its attention. And that's all I'm gonna do with my turn.
Okay, cool. After your turn, the two suspicious people. One of them approaches Mithra. He appears to be a ranger. And another one comes out of the tree line, comes over to the horse's cart. And they start saying, "What are you doing? You're disrupting our business. This is what she deserves. Just go away."
I thought you didn't
Shoot.
care whether the young lady was hurt or not.
Exactly. Now, Bobo, attack the tree.
Oh, Lord friend.
You can see the bear a bit distracted from your silent image. Doesn't know that it's just an illusion. It starts walking over, and it goes in its hind legs, and it tries to hit on it.
Seeing the bear move away from the tree, Hjalnir will move towards the tree and hold his hands out for the girl to jump.
What is the girl wearing?
What is
Come to
the
me.
little girl wearing? Or what is
Hmm.
the bear wearing?
No, what is the girl in the tree wearing? She's wearing a shell.
So, the little girl's clothing appears to be torn rags, as though she's already been attacked by some sort of ferocious creature. It's dirty, soiled. Her face is filled with mud. There's scars around her neck and face. And you can see that she's terrified. As you're trying to Hajnir,
Hjalnir.
Halnir, right? As you're underneath the tree and you're asking her to jump down because it's safe, she just shakes her head. She's afraid. You'll have to convince her.
Come down, dear. I'll protect you.
Roll a persuasion check as you have ended combat.
Persuasion.
15. She looks down. She's pretty high up, 20 feet up. She closes her eyes and then jumps down. Roll a strength check to catch her. Oh no. And it's a very comical thing for a dwarf to catch a young wood elf who is probably taller than him by at least 2 feet. And instead of catching her around the waist, he catches just her legs and she smacks her head onto the ground.
Ouch.
Oh!
She is unconscious. You can see blood is coming out of her mouth.
Immediately spare the dying. And then a cure wounds.
Alright, and she comes to. Thank you for saving me. The bear is confused. It looks at its master. And crawls away. Like it's disappointed its masters.
I want to. Can I grab the guy in front of me on the shoulder and just say to him, "Yeah," and no one deserves to be treated like that? What do you have to say for yourself?
You're right. No one deserves to be treated such as that. You didn't even catch her properly. She probably lost a few, I don't know, memories from that drop. What kind of
I use shocking
heroes
grasp.
are you? We are heroes of higher.
I
We
use
are
shocking
not
grasp
higher,
on him.
therefore we are not needed.
Shocking grasp.
Yep.
Shocking grasp?
Yep.
Alright. Make your check. Make your attack roll.
22.
You hit. Roll for damage. No need for violence. And he slaps it away, and you can see his hair is kind of in an afro. So think of an elf with an afro, like a fuzzy, sparking afro.
If there's no need to do that, there's no need to abuse a young girl.
Ha! You adventurers are all alike. It's not like you have to work for a living. We have a quota. Well, Toodles, come on, Bobo. And the bear goes over to his master, and you can see one of them, this one in particular, near your cart. He starts speaking to the horse, the one behind your wagon, the one inside your wagon. And after a while, he nods, and he heads over to the same tree. He touches it, and all three of them, the ranger, the druid, and the bear, disappear into the tree.
There's a lot of jerks in this world.
I want to go look at the tree.
Yeah. And how is the girl? The half elf, you said?
Yes, she's a half elf. You look at the tree, roll a nature check.
Nature check.
19.
19.
It is a strong oak tree. It's quite young. It's not damaged at all. There's nothing odd about it.
So it's not like there's a door in it or anything.
No, there is no door there. It's as though the caster had cast some sort of spell. He opened some sort of gateway through the tree, and they traveled. And after traveled, it sort of closed behind it. Vines closing up the wound of a tree, and then reverting it back to its normal appearance. Anthony, you were asking about how the girl is?
I think that was
Tristan.
Yeah, I
Tristan.
was. Yeah, I'm sort of.
Besides
Apologies
the
for banging your head, Lars.
Besides the nasty fall that she had, she seems undamaged. Although she does have permanent scars all around her body, and the fact that her clothes are torn and ripped to shreds and she's dirty as hell, she seems fine. Very odd. You can roll an insight check if you'd like.
Yeah. Um, 6. Yes.
All right, with a 25, well done. You can tell that she is definitely part of a guild. Her symbol, on the other hand, is not something that she wears, but rather she has tattooed it permanently onto her skin.
Do I recognize the
On
symbol?
her left shoulder, it is the same symbol as your own.
Ooh. Okay. Is there like a secret handshake or something that we have?
You are still an initiate. You wouldn't know this yet.
Okay.
However, you can greet her much the same and say that you are part of the guild. Perhaps you can learn something from her.
Yeah. Apologies for knocking your head, Lars. I'll sort of help her up, and as I see her badge, I sort of flash mine at her. Smile.
Thank you. Thank you, kind sir.
Do you need some water? I pull out my water skin.
That would be quite good. Thank you for saving me. We're in the same guild? You're a
Yeah.
member of
Kurasano.
Kurasana?
Aye.
That's good. Where are you all headed?
South.
South.
To Vryn.
Vryn, perhaps?
Aye.
I'm from there.
Perhaps you could guide us back.
Of course.
We're heading down there and looking for some missing caravans.
Missing merchants?
Aye.
Caravans? Did you say?
Aye.
And she says merchants. That wasn't just something that I made a mistake on.
Oh,
Even though you hadn't said it yet.
right. Have you seen any lass?
No, not at all. Everyone roll an insight check.
Right. Butter wouldn't melt. Oh
Hey,
God, no!
nope.
Yeah, butter wouldn't melt in her mouth, as far as I'm concerned.
Yep. 12. Nope. You believe her. 13. Nope. You believe her. 5. You definitely believe this young girl. She had no idea what these merchants are. She's from Bryn. And she will guide you if need be.
Why were those men after you, long lad?
Because I refused to pay them. I didn't have any more money. They
Pay them
were
for
my
what?
guides through the forest. We're gonna go pick mushrooms together.
Oh,
It's for a quest that I have.
What sort of quest?
Oh, you've rescued me. I'll do the quest maybe some other day. But I am to find some blue rose mushrooms.
And what they're found in this region?
Yes, they are. I hear that green dragons produce them, and I believe that there was a nest here long ago. So I came here with those adventurers, and now I'm here alone.
We'll see you home, lass.
Do you mind if I stay on your wagon for the time being?
If you can find a spot between the Goliath and the turtle and the horse.
Why is there a horse in your wagon?
Long story. Maybe we can regale it to you while we travel.
Alright, so, you've gained a companion. Her name is, Finn. And as you start traveling through the woods, she tells you of interesting features of this region that many of the people here are usually nice. However, when it comes to money, they tend to turn into those adventurers. And the value of coin in these regions is quite high. That's why there are so many guilds here in Typertheria. 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 And again, another day's journey. You rest, set up camp. You eat your rations. Nothing happens while she's with you. Seems even more quiet than usual. Would you guys like to do an investigation check or perception? By the way, all of you are muted, with the exception of Seaton.
Oops.
Oh,
See,
sorry.
No,
it's the It's Seaton, by the way. Yep.
So perception. Sorry.
3. No. Yeah. She's just a young wood elf girl. 8. No, she's just a young wood elf girl. 13, on the other hand, you can tell that she is not just a young wood elf girl. She has a very perplexing mannerism to her. At times, she acts like a wolf. In other times, she acts like a soldier. When she sits down, she's very well mannered. But when she eats, she acts much like an animal. You're not sure why, but for the two of you that succeeded, you can roll a history check. If you wish.
How is the other horse? Has that recovered?
The horse is now recovered. It's been it's been 5 days. You've been traveling for 5 days. It's rested enough that it's gotten rid of its exhaustion.
Yep.
And Mithra, you're the only one that finds this intriguing. She has the ability to transform into an animal. A wolf,
Oh.
perhaps.
And that's a history check. So how do I know that?
How would you know that?
Mm.
Well, when you're taking watch, each of you would be taking it in turns, and every so often you can see her move like a wolf, like on all fours, and then sometimes she would howl at the moon. But then when you look, it's just her. She's just like yawning. But every so often throughout the entire night, you can tell that she is not what she seems to be. And that bear most likely would not have harmed her.
So who's up at the moment?
That's what the history check would have been about.
Yeah.
And essentially we
Is it daytime or?
Yeah, it would be daytime the next day.
Okay.
And you're traveling through the forest. She tells you, friends, do you mind if I get off here? We're awfully close to Vryn, and you have your adventure to go to. I'll just head home.
You sure you don't need a lift into town?
No, my friends, you've done so much already.
She doesn't want to lift into town.
No?
I don't want to keep you, my friend. Please.
Well, it's been nice talking with you.
Is there anything you can say to tell us to maybe help us along the way? Seeing as we helped you, you can maybe help us.
Yes. I do hope that you don't meet any knights out there. Knights in this region are evil, and they tend to attack poor, innocent merchants. Farewell.
Farewell.
Oh shit! It doesn't seem very welcoming. Do we want to go straight into this town if there are knights about?
You mean the
I mean, that
forest,
sounds
right?
pretty
The
dangerous.
forest is where the knights are. That's what she warned you about.
Oh, she said the knights are in the forest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't spend a night in the forest, I think it was.
Did we not spend a night in the forest though?
You did, but while she was around you, there was not even any animals that approached. Like, it was so quiet.
Oh, okay. But we didn't see any signs of that merchant caravan, did we?
No, there are no signs as of yet.
And we're just outside Vryn at the moment?
That's right. You're just at the edge of the forest. You can see Bryn down south, just over the river, because the land here in Typertheria, is mostly flat, besides the mountain ranges. Everywhere else is flat, so you can see it from a distance.
Okay. Like, is it like a day away or 2 days away?
It's 2 days away, but if you push the horse, you could probably get there in a day.
I mean, do we need to push?
You don't. You don't need to push the horse.
Okay.
Horses.
Well, we'll just keep going as we have been, I guess.
Well, maybe we should. Could we have a look around? Can I cast detect magic as a ritual and see if there's anything lights up on the forest lane?
Okay, cool. You cast your detect magic, and immediately within 30 feet, you can detect that your cart has been imbued with some sort of stone enchantment of transmutation to make it sturdy to hold any living being, so long as it's not of the giant size. It also has a lightweight frame, so there are 2 runes on your wagon that magically it doesn't magically move it, but it magically lifts it up and keeps it from bouncing around in this rough terrain. From the ridgeline of the forest, you can sense a heavy trail of magic heading south, heading east, and crossing the sky.
Going into the sky.
Yeah, going into the sky.
What school is it from? What kind of magic is it?
Conjuration, crossing the sky. Heading east
My
is transmutation, and heading south is also transmutation.
my dudes, there's a lot of magic. I can't tell when it happened. Can I?
No we detect. You just know that what type it is. What type and where.
There's a lot of magic traffic that's been happening around the edge of the forest here.
Really? What's up?
Transmutation magic looks like going up into the sky, and east and south towards Vryn. If I go over to where it is, can I see if I can see anything around where the magic was being cast?
Roll a investigation check. Because you're already looking at the right direction. You're now trying to find anything that you have detected. With a 12, you have succeeded. You actually see strange clay dolls.
Did you say clay dolls?
Yeah, clay dolls. Moving through the earth. Like their heads are above the grass, and they're just like slowly walking towards the east. Towards the south, you sense that the young girl that you rescued may be a creature of magic.
Hey guys, I don't know if that girl was a girl. Well, maybe she was, but it's awful powerful
She
magic.
wasn't.
Oh, go on.
I don't know. I got some sense that she was more animal than human. Some reason.
She seemed a sweet lass, nonetheless.
That's why I didn't say anything. You seemed quite taken by her.
She was sweet.
People have their business, I suppose. There's. Can anybody else see these things? These clay dolls?
When you point it out, they just look look down, the rest of you can only see rocks, stones.
What clay dolls?
Is there something in amongst the rocks?
That's perplexing. They don't seem to be rocks. The way that I'm looking at them.
You poke them.
Did you say they were moving, or they're still?
Yeah, they were moving. Slowly walking.
What are they doing? Slowly walking. Yeah, like this. And I make a silent image that looks like one of them doing what they're doing, so that everybody else can see.
Alright, so you essentially overlay the actual stone that's moving.
Yeah.
Walking forward. And they look at it, it's like, isn't that your magic? Because to them, it just looks like a stone. It's not moving at all.
Oh, it's still not moving, even though I've made a silent image to make it look like there is one moving.
That's right.
So
See
we
that?
can't see the illusion?
What was that?
So we can't see the illusion that...
You can see the illusion that
Myrtle.
Myrtle has created, but you
Oh.
can't see the clay doll that she is trying to present to you.
Right, but we know what it's supposed to look like.
You know what it's supposed to look like.
Right.
Its approximate location, or at least where she's projecting.
Are they walking towards anything? Like away from the forest, towards the forest?
It seems to be walking on the border outskirts of the forest.
Like around the perimeter?
That's right.
I've never seen anything like this before, but I'm new to it. Most kinds of magic myself. I don't know if whoever cast them would have been nearby or is still. I don't know how long. This is weird, guys. What are they doing? Can we follow them? How far do they go?
Is there any religious connotation to these creatures?
Go ahead. Roll a perception check. Looking for religious symbols. Maybe like a sacred symbol placed around this area. With a 15, you do spot kind of like a sacred warding band around certain trees. They appear to be druidic in nature, and these bands are known to provide a certain surveillance to whoever is casting this spell. So perhaps the dolls that Myrtle has discovered are simply the watchers, the eyes of the forest.
See over there, there's the trees with the symbols. They seem druidic, and go on and explain everything as you said. Maybe
If we can,
creatures, yeah, watchers.
if we can find whoever's watching, maybe we can get some information about what was seen recently, perhaps. I don't know how to trace that.
If they're watching, maybe we could send a message to the person that's watching through them.
Good point.
You could try and send use your message spell onto the doll. Maybe you might link with the castle.
I was thinking more like showing a sign to a security camera kind of thing.
Climbing.
Hey, buddy, I'm right here. Hey.
Can I prod one of the clay dolls? Like just poke it.
With what?
My turtle. Turtle. What do they have? The claws. Yeah.
Okay. You poke it. It emerges from the ground. and you all see this clay doll up here. It's about 3 foot high, and it's kind of got a blank, not whole face. It just looks at you all.
Hello. We'd like a word, if you can hear us. Oh, I don't.
Sorry. What noise did it make? No or low? Oh, row. And the doll's making that noise, and we can all see the doll now, or just
The doll
still.
now, the doll is making that noise.
Yeah. Yes.
Does anyone know what this thing is doing or saying?
Is it speaking a language or just making that noise?
Roll an insight check. You can use your passive if you want.
Can I use my passive insight?
Yes, you can.
16.
16, 15. It is speaking a language. However, you don't seem. Do any of you know Druidic?
Mm-mm. I do have comprehend languages as a ritual. If we can hang around for another 10 minutes, if nothing happened.
Yeah, you can do that.
Guys, I got this, but I'm gonna have to sit here for 10 minutes and poke it again afterwards.
Oh my god, you can figure out what it's going to say?
Okay. You seem much more versed in this magic than the rest of us, I guess.
It's strange even to me. It's not the same kind of field, but I can give it a go. And so I cast comprehend languages as a ritual, and poke it again, and see if it makes it.
Can I do guidance? I don't know if that's going to help at all, but give you guidance. I'm sure you can do this.
Alright. You set up your ritual, and you cast comprehend language. You see the runes go into Myrtle's face, mind, and you suddenly hear the voices of this clay doll. But unfortunately, we'll have to end the session here, and you'll find out next week.